Welcome back to Khan Cloud Academy, Linux for Professional. So, what is Linux? Linux, a motivation quote, where the command line is a canvas and every keystroke is a stroke of innovation, crafting a masterpiece of user control and system mastery. So, let's start with the new topics of the Linux. So we have to go with the getting information on a running on Linux kernel. So I'm just repeating the which we do in our previous video. Okay. So most of the time, you have to use uname -a commands. Have you seen, your last videos? So Linux is basically for who is doers, not dreaming. Okay. So stop dreaming and start, doing it. So So Linux kernel information, you can get it by using uname-a or rest of the commands, or uname-hell. You can use it for the videos. So now this is our new topic is shell. Okay, so what to understand from the shell? The shell basically execute a program in a response to its prompt. When you give a command, the shell searches for the program and then execute it. Okay. So how many types of Linux shell have? Okay, this is what we have to change. So changing default shell. Okay. So most modern distribution will come with bash, which is called a born again shell, pre-installed and configured as a default shell. So the command actually an executable binary, and that is responsible for changing shells in Linux. That is called CHSH, change cell, which we call as change cell. So we can first check which cells are already installed and configured on our machine by using the command chsh-l command, which is output as a result of similar kind. But this is not like, it may be work, it may be not. Both the situation you have. Okay. So let's try this. So shell command, let's try chsh-l. What is the output? So let me first clear this page. Okay. And chsh space -l. Oh, let me a little bit move chsh-l. So it's saying changing shell is an invalid command. Actually, I'm in the root. Okay. So sh, yeah. And if I type, it's asking a password. I don't know. It will give authentication failure. So this is the common error whenever you do this, because my machine is not, kind of profiles I have updated for this. So this is why I'm getting this kind of error. Okay. Try this exit and quit command. So it's saying sh quit not found, but exit command is found. So this is how you have to do a little bit, moving here and there and try. If any command is goes wrong, that's fine. Don't worry about it. Just keep trying and keep learning, because when you do wrong command, you see now what is the error is coming and what is the error you are going to identify it. So same way. So let's a little bit check with another command. So in some Linux distribution, chsh-l is invalid. So I'm using Ubuntu, so maybe it's that's why the other previous command is not working. So what we have to list it. Okay, so the list of all available shells can be found at other location like etc shells. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to type cat hyphen slash etc slash shells. So depend upon your operating system, change search was not working previously, but I'm using Ubuntu. Okay, so what is this? I have these kind of shells are in my machine. All right. So so change shells basically come with a lot of options like hyphen s shell, shells, sets shell as the login shell, hyphen l list shells, print the list of shells listed in etc shells and exit. Same way hyphen h help print a user's message and exit. Hyphen v we have to check the versions. Print version information and exit. Okay. So this is the basically basic shells utilities. Shell prompt as a directory name, and in the case root directory is a root. Okay. So this is how you going to check and use the basic cells command like control K. So control Y, yank and paste, control A with take cursor to the start of the line. So this is how you have to, do practice and work accordingly. Okay. So moving ahead a little bit, so now you can choose our, default shell using CHSS hyphen s, and then start working on it. Okay. If you wish to change the default shell for different user and you have administrative privilege on the machine, you will be able to accomplish this by using change shell or as root. So assuming we want to change user hyphen to default shell fish, will be use the same command as before, but with additional of the other user names. Okay. So this is how you're going to use this. Okay. So just try and keep, working on these things. So let's move the next slide. Create your own command aliases. It's very interesting. So if you are tired of using long commands in Bash, you can create your own command aliases. The best way to do this is to modify or create if it does not exist of called bash.aliases in your home folder. So this is the below command. Basically, a general syntax is like alias command underscore alias is equal to actual command. So even so, if you are using a regular commands, it's very long, okay, and you can just define a short name for that particular commands. So how are you going to do this? Okay, so let's try a little bit. Okay, so suppose what command I have to use. So let's try some alias command. So alias and command underscore alias. So this is the basically a syntax. I'm using this general syntax over here, okay? And same way you have to use is equal to and give a single inverted comma, single comma. So I'm typing two, and I will mention here my command. So whatever the command, suppose actual command which you want to use as your alias. Okay. So this is the syntax basically we have to use. Same way as shown in the example. Okay, you see here. Okay, so this will not work. So suppose I'm using aliases for install command. Suppose I'm using install. So I will write alias. Instead of alias install, uh, I have some big commands like I'm using Ubuntu, right? So just give me sorry, equal to dot and write the actual command. So if you, I'm in root, so you can generally if you are going to work on the client machine or some other, you have to use sudo and your actual command apt hyphen get, you know, hyphen y and use install. Okay, close. So this is what you're going to set the aliases for install. So whenever I use install, it's automatically it's the actual command is basically behind it is apt sudo apt get hyphen y install. This means that when you use install in a terminal, this is interpreted by bash and sudo apt get hyphen y install. Okay, so let me enter. It's set now. So what happen if I use install? Okay, so started. But if I have to run this command, run this command. Actual run was I have to type like sudo apt get hyphen y install. But I'm here typing here install is get. It's get checked because it's running actual this command. So this is the benefit of aliases. Okay. So reading packages list done building. So there's no update actually. I already updated this command, so that's why it's not taken. All right. So next topic is create your own command answers done. Next topic is on your system. What we have to do is using bash, you can easily locate a file with the local commands. So this is locating mykey.pam, locating pam.grep mykey and find a name mykey.pam and print. Okay. So I'm going to do that. So uh, we have to use locate command. Okay. Using bash, you can easily locate a file with locate commands. All right. For example, you say you are looking for the file, then my key. So what is the command is locate uh, my key.pam. Sometimes file have a strange name, for example. So I have not created any PAM file. That's why it's not showing me. Okay. Command locate not found, but can be installed. See the error with apt plocate. So first we have to install this package even. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to apt because I'm using and plocate. P, yes. So I'm not going to install any other services. I'm just going to make it okay. Right? Done. Now I have to run the same command. Let me clear the screen first so you not get confused. This one. Look at my PAM key. It's taken. And I have to check uh, more even you can use with locate PAM and grep my key. Okay. So locate dot PAM. You have to use pipe and your key name. Sorry, grep your key. My key. So I don't have this my key and my key, but if I try, sorry, don't know why it's not showing. So this is how you use basically this command to locate the uh, any particular things. Okay, by using the locate command. Okay. So moving next, so find utility is different things. Okay, so find is basically also you can use same way. Is roughly equivalent to locate my key.pam, but has to scan your file system each time you run it for the file in the question rather than using cache data. So this machine is not used majorly, but if you try to, go to the when you run, key SSH generation key, then again you have to give, you get this command, this kind of, uh, you can grab this information about the PAM keys. So I have not created any PAM key. That's what's not showing me. So just my motive is to locate and using the PAM file. How you going to search the PAM file here? Okay, it doesn't matter what is this part. So use try to learn the location, how to get the location of any PAM file, my key. Okay, so this is how you have to do. And next topic is check disk space. That's very important in the Linux. So if you know the basic things, the dave temp file, where is the my file system has work. Okay. So basic things first you have to need to focus on how to, showing check and all. So let me clear so you not get confused. So how are you going to investigate the directories for disk uses? Okay. Right. What is the command you go? Du command. So it's very important. And df-h. Okay. So I will show you practically that du commands, summarize the disk uses of the set of files recursively for directories. It's often uses with -sh options. Okay. So suppose I type this du, what happened? Oh my God, it will giving me so much things. It's giving me most of the files to run very fast. Okay. But the same way you have to search particular, you can just define your particular argument as well. So suppose, let me clear this first and go du for summarizing disk uses of the files in the current directory we use. So this command is like -sh we have to use and put store. So let's see the result. Tuck. So this is something it's not able to access, but it's giving you most of the result. Like in a root, I have a 2.5, 1.7 run, SPN, 7.5G snap, 8.0. Okay, so this is the files, temporary test, sh. So each and everything it would giving me what is the folder and particular things are using by do you have an SSH command. Okay. Next, let's try including the hidden files. Hidden, sorry, this files are missing. So for the hidden files, how are you going to check this? So the command is for du space -sh space dot brackets and use exclamation dot means kind of root, I guess, and use star space star. Try this. Yeah. So kind of, give you this hidden option as well. And kind of, yeah. So this form, proc root atom. Even you have seen any dotted file? I don't see. So once hidden file will show this, it must be like dot atom kind of things, okay? So either I use maybe the wrong command, du hyphen space hyphen sh space dot bracket exclamation dot, most of it right. Yeah. So I have only one hidden file available in my machine, dot jet. So you have to use this like very similar way, okay, without any space. So dot get, so dot represent this the hidden file available in my local machine, okay, or maybe more you can also. So let's try this command, investigating root directory for disk uses. Sudo du hyphen sh and this command. So let's try this command. So one more thing, using du command properly on the root directory is a life-saving action to find out what application services or user is consuming your disk space widely. For example, in case of a ridiculously low level of disk space available for web and mail server. So generally this is happen when you are using mail server or any web server. The reason could be a spam attack to your mail service and you can diagnose it just by using du command. Okay. So users, how you going to check? Sudo hyphen sch space backslash dot. The same command we have to use. Exclamation dot, okay, close, star backslash star. The root one we have to check. Okay. So I missed the command. Only have to use du. So this is how we investigate which one is and how much space is taken by some particular folders. 5.9G, 2.6G to 6.220K Terraform, temp test. Okay, this is how it will looks like. Moving ahead, checking disk space, dff okay. So if quite common to want to check the status of the various partition drivers on your server's computer to see how full they are. dff by. Okay, so let me go through more commands, okay. Oh. So how are you going to check the disk space? So df hyphen space hyphen h. Yeah, I don't know. So it will give you, which proper location with the very detailed information. You see it here. 9.8 GB. So many things is coming. So df-h will produce output similar to the following. Okay, like df-h size, your available, your how much you using, and available space, is percentage used also. You see this is the percentage used, 0% or how many percent, 9% is using by. You see this. and mounted where. This is a variable he mounted here. This is the path basically is mounted here. So this is how when you are become a Linux user, you partition, how much variable is var partition is using, how much root partition is using. You have to check each and everything. So external network mounted of like 2 terabyte, that's mounted on mount mnt slash mnt can test kind of things. Okay. RAM disk TMP files mounted 500 mounted on. So this is how you have to check your system and try to run both of these commands. Okay.